Hello, I'm Stephanie Marian, and this video post is titled Masks. These First Nations masks, this one of the Wild Woman of the Woods, normally hangs on my sitting room wall. Culturally, the storyteller who wore the mask became the spirit of what the mask represented, whether of a wild woman of the woods, the sun, or the moon, an eagle, a bear, or a wolf. A mask that is not danced, not used to share stories and teachings, is little more than a decorative husk. I like to think that I don't wear masks, but my memory reminds me this isn't true. I specifically remember a time living my own version of a wild woman's life in the Scottish woods, and being surprised one day by an unknown visitor. I heard the rustling outside, I saw the flash of a person. He caught me unaware. I had been washing, and I had tidied. Uncharacteristically tidy was my little place. Everything put away, including towels, including anything that I could have grabbed to cover myself up because I was naked. My home was a fair distance from anyone, all windows with a total absence of curtains and not on the way to anything. The moment is forever preserved like a slow-motion movie as the visitor froze and I scrambled around for cover. After 30 seconds or years, depending on your perspective, I found something to wrap around me and came out to speak to this man. I covered my modesty, but also, in a way, I covered my face too. I opened the door and struck an attitude of one who is accustomed to greeting strangers, naked or clothed, all being equal. Nonchalance was my mask. It was easier to wear that than to show my embarrassment, my vulnerability. Years later, I was in a gritty city in the north of England, having talked my way into a job interview. I really needed the work. A marketing business consultancy firm, they were hiring, and the woman manager drilled me with her cold blue eyes. She was unimpressed. I was bluffing, to be sure, a bluff of substantial proportion. My mask of competence and knowledge was almost certainly hiding a total lack of experience in this field. The managing director joined the show toward the end. It seemed by his positive reaction that the mask had held because I was offered the job. He was a rare individual, though, and I learned a lot from him. This boss more wizard than man. He told me later, many months later, when I was promoted to replace the woman with the cold blue eyes, that it was what he perceived lay under the mask that made him hire me that day. It takes courage to not wear a mask, to tell our story, and to dance our own dance. Yes, we may be ridiculed, or open ourselves to vulnerability, or possibly even rejection. In wearing the mask, we risk far more. We take the chance of never being seen, or of ever experiencing meaningful connection, or growing into what we might be. Instead, we stand still in time, behind a mask held by fear, waiting for a wizard to see us.